Tourists were always trickling into ancient Rome, and most of them had no idea what they were doing. The disadvantage, of course, is that you'll be cheated by more or less everyone you meet, unless you manage to become friends with a Roman aristocrat. More on that in a later video. Female time travelers have fewer options, since the lives of ancient women were so circumscribed. Your best bet is the wealthy tourist persona. Since very few women traveled alone in the classical world, you'll be less conspicuous if you travel with a male acquaintance masquerading as your husband or brother. As the saying goes, clothes maketh the man, or a woman, as the case may be. If you're a man, don't even think about wearing a toga. This is not only because wearing togas is very difficult, and you're going to get it wrong. It's also because only Roman citizens can wear togas, and you're trying to pass yourself off as a foreigner. Instead of a toga, wear some sort of tunic. A basic tunic is just a wool tube with sleeves. But since you'll get much farther in Rome if people think you're important, I recommend a tunic of fine linen. As far as color goes, you'll want to avoid imperial purple, since some emperors take offense at that sort of thing. But feel free to dabble in other expensive and dazzling hues. If you're a woman, avoid togas, since the only women who wear togas in ancient Rome are sex workers. You're also going to want to avoid the stola and palla of the Roman matron, since you'll be presenting yourself as a foreigner. The best bet is a full-length tunic. Since you're trying to impress, be sure your tunic is made of fine linen, or better yet, silk. The brighter the color, the better. If possible, in fact, try to wear several tunics of different colors, and layer them for effect. To complement this finery, wear the flashiest jewelry you can find. Subtlety is not really Roman style. Think cubic zirconia, in bulk. As for shoes, both men and women usually wore leather sandals when outside, so that's probably the best choice. Your tunics, remember, will not have pockets, so you'll need a belt and money pouch for your valuables. The next step is language prep. Obviously, the more Latin you learn, the better. But at a bare minimum, you're going to have to learn a few essential phrases. I have listed some here. Where is the bathroom? Ubi est latrina? How much for this naked statue? Quanti constat haec statua nuda? All of you are mistaken. I did not assassinate Caesar. Erratis. Caesarem non ocidi. Koine Greek is also widely spoken in Rome, so if you happen to know that language, you'll be able to get around the city without learning much Latin. What about immunizations? You'll want to be sure that all of your shots are up to date, since chickenpox, mumps, tuberculosis, typhoid fever, and whooping cough, to name just a few, are all prevalent in ancient Rome. You may want to try that new malaria vaccine, since malaria is everywhere in Rome. Finally, though it's not easy to find these days, be sure to get vaccinated for smallpox if you visit during or after the Antonine Plague. Finally, what to bring. I assume you're going to spend 1 week in Rome. I'm also going to assume that you can only bring a single backpack's worth of items with you. First and foremost, you need money. The most obvious solution is to bring Roman coins. Unless your budget is unlimited, however, this will be cost prohibitive, since high-value coins, and especially golden aurei, are now very expensive. You could try to just bring unworked silver or gold and sell it in Rome, but this will raise a lot of questions and probably involve a nerve-wracking test of your language skills,